Judge Greg Mathis, the man behind the iconic, no-nonsense persona of his long-running courtroom television show, is now facing a legal battle of his own, one that strikes far closer to home than any case he's ever presided over. Known for his sharp wit, commanding presence, and unwavering dedication to justice, Mathis has always been the embodiment of fairness and wisdom on screen. But behind the scenes, his personal life has taken a heart-wrenching turn, casting a shadow over his esteemed career. After nearly 40 years of marriage, his wife, Linda Mathis, has filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences, a legal term that belies the deep emotional rupture between them. The news of their separation came as a shock to many who admired the couple's enduring union, a marriage that seemed to weather the storms of life in the public eye with grace. For decades, Greg and Linda Mathis appeared to be the epitome of a strong and resilient couple, overcoming obstacles and supporting one another through the highs and lows of life. From the early days of their marriage, when Mathis was still finding his footing as a young lawyer, to the heights of his television success, Linda was by his side, a constant source of strength and love. But now, after almost 4 decades, the foundation of their relationship has crumbled, leaving Mathis in an emotional freefall. Caught off guard by the divorce, Mathis has been open about the toll it has taken on him. In a candid interview with TMZ at LAX, the usually composed judge showed a rare glimpse of vulnerability. When asked how he was coping with the split, Mathis did not hide his pain. "I'm not good. It's the worst days of my life," he admitted, his voice heavy with emotion. The man who has spent years resolving the conflicts of others now finds himself unable to resolve the one tearing his own life apart. "I'm not holding up very well," he confessed, acknowledging the profound grief and heartache that has enveloped him. For Mathis, the divorce is more than just the end of a marriage, it is the collapse of a partnership that spanned nearly half of his life. The weight of this loss is almost unbearable for him, as he grapples with the loneliness and despair that come with the dissolution of such a long and cherished relationship. His words echo the sorrow of a man who feels as though the ground has been ripped out from beneath him, leaving him to navigate uncharted territory without the steadfast support of the woman who had been his anchor for so long. As Mathis faces this deeply personal crisis, he must also contend with the public nature of his heartbreak. For a man who has built a career on being in control, it is undoubtedly difficult to confront such vulnerability in front of the cameras and the prying eyes of the media. Yet, in these moments of raw honesty, Mathis has shown that even those who seem the strongest are not immune to the pain of loss. His admission that these are the worst days of his life speaks to the depth of his suffering, a suffering that is all too familiar to those who have experienced the devastation of a relationship ending after so many years. While the road ahead remains uncertain for Judge Mathis, one thing is clear: he is facing one of the greatest challenges of his life. His ability to rise above adversity in the past has defined him as a person, and now, more than ever, he will need to draw on that inner strength as he navigates this painful chapter. The man who has helped so many others find justice must now seek peace and healing for himself in the midst of his own personal drama, a journey that will no doubt test him in ways he never expected. Recently opened up about the deeply personal reasons behind his painful separation from his wife, Linda Mathis, after nearly 40 years of marriage. In a candid and heartfelt reflection, Mathis revealed that the very career and lifestyle that brought him fame and success may have also been a contributing factor to the breakdown of his marriage. For years, Mathis has been a dedicated public servant and television personality, working tirelessly to serve his community, deliver justice on his courtroom show, and build a legacy that extends far beyond his professional achievements. But, as he now admits with a heavy heart, that dedication came at a cost: his marriage. Speaking openly about the role his hectic schedule played in their separation, Mathis acknowledged that his relentless pursuit of career and public service may have inadvertently caused him to neglect his wife, leaving Linda to shoulder the emotional burden of their relationship on her own. "I'm here at the airport now, flying out as I have for 25 years, Mathis shared during a recent interview, a poignant reflection on the many years spent traveling for work, taping his show, and fulfilling his duties in the public eye. He lamented how his career, while fulfilling, ultimately became a wedge between him and his wife, pulling him away from the everyday moments that nurture and sustain a marriage. The realization that Linda had been placed third in his life, behind his career, his community work, and even his social life, has weighed heavily on Mathis. "My wife has been third, serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends," he admitted, his words tinged with regret. In the whirlwind of his demanding lifestyle, Mathis now sees how easy it was for him to lose sight of the relationship that should have taken precedence. He had spent years on the move, caught up in the excitement of his professional life, but in doing so, he had unknowingly distanced himself from the woman who had been his steadfast partner through it all. Mathis's candid confession offers a stark reminder of the challenges that come with balancing a high-powered career with personal relationships. The very things that made him successful, his drive, his work ethic, and his passion for helping others, had also created an emotional distance between him and his wife. He had become so consumed by his public duties and the demands of his show that his marriage had, in many ways, taken a back seat. It is a painful truth that Mathis now faces, one that has left him grappling with feelings of guilt and remorse. Despite the official separation, which began on July 17 according to court documents, Judge Greg Mathis has not lost hope for the future of his marriage. Even as the legal proceedings unfold, Mathis remains deeply committed to saving his nearly 40-year union with his wife, Linda. In fact, the couple still share a home, an arrangement that has given Mathis a glimmer of optimism. Though their relationship is strained, he is determined to find a path back to reconciliation, a path he is actively pursuing with a renewed sense of dedication. "I'm trying to get my wife back," Mathis openly admitted, his voice filled with both vulnerability and resolve. For a man known for his firm judgments and clear-cut decisions in the courtroom, this personal battle requires a different kind of strength, one that involves patience, humility, and an unrelenting commitment to proving his love and loyalty to Linda. "I have to show her that," he said, acknowledging the work he must put in to rebuild the trust and connection that have been worn down over the years. He expressed his hope that during this time of shared living, he can demonstrate to Linda that their relationship is worth fighting for. "Hopefully, I can show her while we're there together," he added, his tone tinged with a sense of urgency, "and hopefully, she doesn't complete the process." In addition to his heartfelt plea for reconciliation, Mathis took a moment to address the swirling rumors and speculation that have inevitably followed the news of their separation. With a career as public as his, rumors of infidelity or scandalous behavior would not be unexpected, yet Mathis was quick to dismiss such claims. He firmly clarified that their separation was not the result of any misconduct or serious allegations. There were no betrayals or hidden scandals lurking beneath the surface of their marital struggles, only the quiet, persistent erosion of their bond caused by years of distance and neglect. The true issue, Mathis explained, lay in his prolonged absences and his failure to prioritize their relationship, rather than any salacious wrongdoing. As the future remains uncertain, Mathis is holding on to the hope that this is not the final chapter of their story. He understands the gravity of the situation and the uphill battle he faces, but his determination to reconcile reflects the depth of his love for Linda and his unwillingness to let go of the life they've built together without a fight. Now, more than ever, Mathis is focused on showing his wife that he can change, that he can be present in ways he wasn't before, and that their relationship is worth saving. Whether his efforts will be enough to heal the wounds of their marriage remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: Judge Mathis is ready to fight for his wife, his marriage, and the love that has sustained them for nearly 4 decades.